together with lovely bowling of Jadeja, who's just firing it in at 100 kilometres. That's end of the over, 74 for 3.
Well, look at Jadeja's figures. 1 for 14 from 3 overs. That last over, 2 singles and a wicket. He really has bowled brilliantly well and has really put the brakes on the Gujarat Titans when they were running pretty much level after the first 6 overs. But the last 5 overs have been very hard work indeed for the visitors here. Just 33 for 1 so far in the 5 overs after the power play. However, a bit of pace is coming on now, which may suit. It is the slinging right arm action of Matisha Patharana.
Yeah, Dhoni's been hugely impressed with him. He said this guy can play for Sri Lanka. He's a like-for-like replacement with Malinga. And this is a big moment in the match. He's the impact player. He's taken 15 wickets. Look at his economy rate of 7.57. He's an awkward customer.
Yeah, he is. For those of you who remember Malinga the Slinger, well, this is his 19-year-old prodigy who really has impressed so far. Made his debut last year, but has really come to the fore this in the IPL. And that is a wide, though, to start. Very wide. But the last time I was commentating on Patharana, I was with Ian O'Brien, and he said, most people think that if you're slinging out wide, that makes life easier. He said it doesn't. It makes life really, really hard to control where you let go. And you can, if you get it wrong, it goes very wrong. And we saw that with that delivery.
Yeah, and you often, you know, when you're looking at the bowler's arm, you look at the umpire, because that's where that's his bowling arm coming from.
And that is a nice delivery on or around off stump that is just punched away by Gill for a single. He moves on to 36, but he hasn't been able to impose himself on this match yet, Shubman Gill. He really is going to have to somehow find a way to accelerate at some stage and keep his wicket, which is such a hard combination in this form of the game, because you need someone to keep one end going, but runs to be coming at the other end, and that we haven't really seen so far. 97 are required of 53 now. Miller has got a single from the 2 balls he has faced. He will now face Patharana. And that's down the leg side and will be another wide. He's played 10 matches so far in this year's IPL. Patharana has taken 15 wickets at just under 20. Best of 3 for 15, so he's had a pretty good season. He played 2 matches last year. He's really come to the fore this.
He's a promising cricketer. You know, he's a type of cricketer where you see the next sort of 10 years he will take Sri Lankan cricket forward, and they're desperate to find that mystery pace bowler. They haven't really replaced anyone since Malinga retired.
That's a really good ball. Miller actually plays pretty nicely up to mid-off for 1. But you can't accuse, when he's not bowling wides, Patharana is bang on the stumps.
Well, 150 kilometres.
And at 150 kilometres an hour.
And watching it from his bowling arm from the umpire position, you literally don't look at him. You look at the umpire and then the bowling arm will appear.
So it's really hard for the batter as well to pick it up. He'll be picking it up late at 150 kilometres an hour. In again, and that's short and punched away, but straight to the fielder at backward point. And Shubman Gill's cross with himself because he knew that was an opportunity. Because he bowls that much faster, if he does bowl short, you're actually going to be able to hit it, rather than some of the slower bowlers who, if they bowl short, you're having to do the work.
Yeah, that slingy action that he has, and is so quick that it rushes the batsman. Like, that ball hit his bat. He wasn't in position to hit it.
Well, will he be in position to hit this one? Wide one dot so far in this over. And that is almost Yorker length on Midland leg. But Shubman Gill manages to squirt it out onto the leg side. and they do well to spot that there were two there, both of which they take. And watching his action, there is so much that could go wrong with it. The feet are all over the place, the arm is coming out sideways, but somehow it all works.
You need a bit of mystery, don't you? You need a bit of unorthodox actions in the game. Keeps everyone interested.
And he's in again, and that will be another wide, I think. Yep. Apparently, when cricket first started, everyone bowled like that. And then they learned that it was really, really, really difficult. So they then learned.
Well, until these coaching courses turned up.
Exactly.
You know, we need that style as well. We need like mystery spinners, mystery seam bowlers. Yeah, he's not getting his radar right. That's okay.
Well, the weird thing is he gets it right every other ball, and it's really bang on the money. But 3 wide so far in this opening over, and that is just slightly short and is clubbed out into the offside. And they come back for a very quick second. They could be in trouble, but the throw is just wide of the stumps. And in the end they made it very safely. It was well judged. So we've had 8 balls so far off this over. We've had 3 wides, 2 twos, a 1, 2 ones and a dot, and we've still got 1 ball to go of the 12th over.
He's bowled well considering the 3 wides.
Yeah, it could be so much worse, couldn't it?
Yeah, could have been a hit for a few boundaries, but running's been good, been aggressive. And when you put the fielders under pressure, that's where the throwing is slightly offline.
Gill moves to 40. Patharana is in, and that's down the leg side and will be another wide. So 4 wides in this over.
Yeah, he's struggling with his release, isn't he? And with that action, you are going to have release points at different points with the arm.
Well, as we were saying, it's really difficult to do. It looks as if you're just slinging it, but you're really not, and it's very hard to bowl like this.
Yeah, it's the timing, isn't it? It's very difficult to get everything together, but when he does, he is a handful.
He's only 19. Patharana is in again, and he gets that one right, but it is well drilled by Gill, straight up to Chahar at mid-off, and it will be a dot ball. And despite 4 wides, he's only gone for 10, which in IPL, that's not too awful. So,
that's a good over in the IPL.
Right. That's all right.
With the run rate creeping up just over 11, I think they've got to somehow find a way. And Ravinder Jadeja's got 1 more over to go. They may look to target him, but I wouldn't. See him out.
Wonder if Mo will get his. Moeen Ali hasn't bowled that much. I know I keep banging on about poor old Mo, but he's a bit of English. He's a bit of English interest, but he hasn't bowled that much this year.
No, he hasn't, because so much option, isn't it? They've got the mystery Sri Lankan spinners in their side. And that's why one of the reasons they're so good.
Well, Jadeja is going to finish what has been a fabulous spell so far, bowling right arm round the wicket to the left-handed Miller, who punches him into the covers, and they trot through for a 1 run. The timeout is again at the Gujarat Titans. Can call the timeout whenever they like. Jadeja is in again, right a middle stump, played very respectfully by Shubman Gill for the single. You can watch every game of the IPL live on DAZN, along with the best in boxing and so much more, part of your subscription. Visit dazn.com now. 86 for 3 here on talkSPORT2. Jadeja is into Miller, who thought about winding up for the big one and then checked the shot and just played it out through the point area, and they go through for an easy single. This is the nervy moments for the crowd. They think their team are probably ahead on points, but there are still plenty of batters to come.
They are, and it's the first time the current run rate has gone down 7.
And that is slapped away by Gill, but it will still only be a single. Ravindra Jadeja's wonderful spell continues. Yep, the current run rate below 7 and over, as Monty Panesar has said, 6.95. Required run rate is now over 11.5. So huge ask, 2 balls. Oh, and he's bowled in! He has bowled it. What a delivery that was. Completely did David Miller. And you can hear what the crowd think of that. Miller came down the wicket, tried to flick the ball away. The next thing he knew, he'd seen his stumps rearranged. He goes for 4 from 6. And Gujarat Titans are in real bother at 88 for 4.
Yeah, this was beautiful bowling. He tossed it up, bowled it with a higher trajectory, induced David Miller to play the shot down the ground, which allowed the ball to dip just late on him, and that was fantastic bowling. This is a big wicket, and like you said, the Titans are in deep trouble losing their 4th wicket.
The only good news, I guess, for the Titans is Ravindra Jadeja only has 1 more ball to bowl. He currently has the figures of 3.5 overs, 2 for 80, and has been instrumental in keeping them at bay at the moment. Right, we have a new batter. It is Vijay Shankar, who's coming in below Shanaka, but is coming in. Strike rate of over 160, that'll be required. He's come in late, obviously, in the 14 matches he's played, so he's only got 84 runs, but he is there to score runs quickly.
Yeah, Vijay Shankar, he's been managed really well by his captain Hardik Pandya. Like I said earlier, they're all-rounders. He hasn't really bowled an over, but he's been used as an impact player on a regular basis. He's batting really well, the best he's been doing in this year's IPL.
You're right, I gave the wrong figures there. He has played 287 runs at 41. You're absolutely right. I've looked at my wrong list as in comes Jadeja and finishes a fabulous spell of left-arm spin bowling.
Yeah, I've been hugely impressed today with Jadeja as a fellow left-arm spinner. 2 for 18, he's been impressive. Immediately he recognised you've got to put pace on the delivery as your stock ball, and he's bowling at 95 to 100 and even got to 105. But that last wicket was absolutely sensational. He's completely changed the game, and Chennai Super Kings are on top with Gujarat Titans 88 for 4.
Well, can Vijay Shankar, one of the informed batters for the Gujarat Titans, and Shubman Gill managed to get things going again after the end of those fabulous 4 overs from Ravindra Jadeja. 2 for 18, and the brakes were well and truly applied. And the massive ask now, 85 of 42, so more than 2 runs a ball from here on in. As Chahar is back, that is swung away into the leg side, should be caught. Is caught! Shubman Gill has gone to Jahar's first ball of the 14th over, and that, you can't help feeling, should be that for the Gujarat Titans.
Yep, it's that moment in the game where you just think that could be that vital passage of play where Shubman Gill tried to hit it for 6, but got the man deep in the cover. Devon Conway taking a fantastic catch, the presence of mind holding his nerve, and I think that could be the moment that Chennai Super Kings win this game.
Yeah, Shubman Gill was cramped up. He could see that the ball was a little bit on the leg side, but possibly wasn't there for the pull shot he was attempting. Being Shubman Gill, he very nearly made it. It was only a yard or so inside the boundary ropes. But as Monty Panesar said, Devon Conway moved very nicely, took a solid catch under enormous pressure. 88 for 5. Shubman Gill, who battled his way to 42 from 37 deliveries on the 38, is out. So new batters at the crease at both ends. Chahar 2 for 22 in his 4th and final over. Again, good captaincy by MS Dhoni, bringing back Chahar at this stage. It would have been an option to keep him back till later on in the innings, one imagines, but they decided to use him now.
Yeah, they have indeed, and I think it's a good option bringing Tawadia up the order because he's equally hit, I think, over 36s naturally in that passage of play, which is 16 to 20. He's got to get going now, because to get his team into a winning position, strike rate of 162, he's got to match that today. He's got to think, I want to be the hero, I'm going to do it for Gujarat Titans.
Well, Rahul Tewatia, I read out his figures by mistake earlier on. He has scored 28 runs with a high score of 20, but a strike rate of 161 this season. But a huge amount of pressure to come in now, and he's got to play a much longer innings than he has so far really in this year's IPL. Everything you feel rests on Vijay Sankar, and we nearly have a batter run out backing up. Just a little bit of a warning there to Shankar. MS Dhoni shakes his head, says we don't want a Mankad, thanks very much.
Yeah, he wants to win equally and fairly, not by run-outs like this.
And what's weird is his bat was behind the crease anyway. So there certainly wasn't out. And that is mishit past extra cover, but straight to Moeen Ali at mid-off. And there is no run.
Yes, it's beautiful bowling. He's bowling at 125 kilometres. He slowed his pace down a little bit, even to the new batsman. And earlier on, when he got Shubham Gill out, it was a slower delivery. Sort of the leg cutter, slower delivery, straight to the man, Devon Conway, making it catch look nice and easy. But you can see the delight on his face, how important that catch was. It feels like he has won the World Cup, because that was a big, big moment.
And that's wide, and should be wide, and it is. So there will be another delivery, and a rare run really as far as the Gujarat Titans are concerned at the moment, a bit of a bonus. And that I've just seen the speed of that slow bouncer. It was 111 kilometres an hour. You were saying he's bowling largely at around 125, so he really did take the pace off for that clever piece of bowling. Shubham Gill was virtually through the shot, which was why he couldn't get the full bat on it. That is swung away nicely though, but straight to the man at deep mid-wicket. Tewatia is off the mark with a single.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant display of captaincy. We often felt that it was going to be the experience of MS Dhoni versus the Hardik Pandya, the young, exuberant, the raw style of captaincy that he has in play. And they're all watching in awe, aren't they? The coaching staff, the fans, they're all in awe of MS Dhoni, how he's operating, how he was so smart to get the wicket of Hardik Pandya. And the same thing with Miller. 1 ball, 2 balls to go. He could have easily just bowled defensively, but Dhoni goes, no, I want you to bowl your best delivery, and let's see if you can get a wicket. And they fell for the trap, and Gujarat Titans are 90 for 5.
In goes the bowler, that's down the leg side. That will be another wide. So after bowling beautifully for 3 balls, now just lost his angle a bit, you feel, the bowler. Now, I suppose we should mention the fact that should the Chennai Super Kings win by, I don't know, 60-odd runs, we would look at Darshan Nankandi's no ball again, and Gaikwad on 2 was out, then got a reprieve and went on to make 60.
So that was an expensive no ball, and I wasn't sure about his selection. Josh Liddell.
It's down the leg side again. It's yet another wide from Chahar, who is having all sorts of trouble keeping the ball straight. In fact, that's the one thing that you could say about the Chennai Super Kings at the moment. They are bowling a few wides. We had 4 in the last over from the unfortunate young Sri Lankan Matisha Patharana, and now it seems as if poor old Shakar is also falling to the same illness. See if he can get this one straight. Can, and it's swung away onto the leg side from outside off stump. They are going for 2, and they make 2. MS Dhoni, I think, realised he's played so much, of course, that they were going to make 2, however tight it was. So 79 are needed from 38. Huge ask this, with the top 5 batters all back in the pavilion.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, guys. It's a massive ask here. You know, we are looking at a huge run rate at the moment, whatever the requirement is. And
79 off 38, so the run rate is over over 2 runs a ball, and there's only a single off that delivery.
And they've taken the pace off. They're really dropping it down to even 115 kilometres. That contrast of pace from 115 to 125 is like the stock pace here for the seam bowlers, and you can see that it's so difficult, you know, even at the back end when Chennai Super Kings got some boundaries, it was off the faster bowlers.
Well, in the last 5 overs they've scored 40 runs, not too bad, but they need 12 and over, not 8, and they've lost 3 wickets, so it's been tough for the Gujarat Titans at the moment. They will get another go. If they do lose this match, they do have one more chance to try and reach the final. But if they win this one, well, the Chennai Super Kings will be in that final and can rest and relax ahead of it. Chahar is in again. Oh, and it's a clever slower bouncer. Tawatia tries to play a little dab cut, misses it completely. And that is the end of a lengthy over from Chahar, and he gets there at the end. He has bowled 4 overs, 2 for 29, which are still wonderful figures despite 3 wides in that last over.
Yeah, they've been very good, and it all comes down to adapting to the style of play, working out what the best option is to even, like, you know, bowl on these pitches. And you can see the camaraderie between the both sides. You know, they're very relaxed, they're talking to each other, and it's nice to see. You know, they've got that. It's a big game. While there's bat and ball competition, once that's stopped, it's end of the over, they can have a nice little chat as well. And that's the great thing about the IPL. We don't often see that. You often see the confrontation, but you don't see the friendliness, and that's MS Dhoni. That's the standard of player he wants from his players. He doesn't want any of the other riff-raff that goes on. He goes, be competitive, but off the field or when you're on the pitch and the game's over, I want you guys to behave in a gentleman manner.
Yeah, well, it's working at the moment for his team. Mahesh Theekshana, the Sri Lankan spinner, will come on for his 4th and final over, right arm over the wicket, and that is punched up to mid-off by Shankar for a single. He now has 4 from 4. Tawatia 1 run from the 3 deliveries he has faced. But somehow they've got to crank up the volume and get a blitz of 6s from somewhere, you feel, if they're to get anywhere back into this one.
I just don't know where they're going to get the boundaries from.
We've hardly had any boundaries at all in the last few overs. It's a reverse sweep, it's launched long, it's brilliantly placed and also brilliantly fielded to ensure that the boundary is somehow stopped. That really was absolutely magnificent fielding. It was it Gaikwad out there? I can't quite see who it is. Oh no, it's Rahane who did the fielding, and superb from him.
Yeah, there's a lot of life left in the senior campaigner in the IPL.
Absolutely.
Those legs, there's a lot of life left in him.
Oh, come on, he's only 34. Monty is still young. Oh, and he's bowled in straight through. Tawatia was trying to flick to leg. The ball just came onto him much quicker than he was expecting. He played all round it. Left a gate, you could have got a herd of cattle through, and his off stump goes. And this victory gets ever more likely for Chennai Super Kings, with the Gujarat Titans rocking 98 for 6 in the 50.
Yeah, he completely outwitted him there. It's a cat and mouse between spinners and power hitters, and he didn't pick the quicker one. Completely bamboozled him, and this was a beautiful piece of captaincy, smart captaincy and beautiful bowling as well. I love it when a spinner absolutely does a batsman like that.
Monty, I've seen you absolutely do a few in your time, so I can understand why you enjoy this so much. You can watch every game of the IPL live on DAZN, along with the best in boxing and so much more as part of your subscription. Visit dazn.com now. Okay, we have 5 overs and 3 deliveries left. 75 runs are required from those 5 overs. Now, Rashid Khan can bat. He has now come to the wicket. He virtually qualifies as an all-rounder. He's averaging 47 this year with a high score of 79. And that is played nicely, a really pleasing cover drive. They're going to get 2. Yes, they are going to get 2. Tight, but well judged. The Chennai Super Kings, if they do go on and win, will be in their 10th final since the IPL started.
That is unbelievable numbers, isn't it? Unbelievable to see that, how consistent they've been. And the reason behind that is the Yellow Army, is MS Dhoni, Ravindra Jadeja, Moeen Ali. They all play a huge role in this side.
And that's given a little bit more air, but is punched away by Rashid Khan for another single. He moves to 3 from the 2 balls he's faced.
And it's a mystery, isn't it? The mystery of the cannonball, the mystery of his leg spinners, and then the mystery of that quicker delivery. And that's something I love about spinners. When you can't pick it, like Tawadiak didn't, it is beautiful to watch.
Except if you're a batter. But I do see your point as a spinner. You really do enjoy, quite rightly, watching deliveries like that. That is punched out into the covers. They take a single. That is the end of the over. 7 runs came from it. There was 1 wicket. But Mahesh Theekshana finishes with the figures of 4 overs, 2 for 28. He has done himself and his team proud in his spell, and the spinners have really turned this game on its head, really, for Chennai Super Kings. They have just stopped Gujarat Titans in their tracks, the pair of them so far.
Yeah,
I'm amazed Moeen hasn't bowled as well.
Yeah, he hasn't, especially when Spin has taken 4 wickets in 8 overs for 46 runs at an economy rate just below 6. I think Moeen Ali may just get 1 over at some point because they've been tremendous. And we often say that, Chopper, it is the spinners. And when Dhoni is on the field and it's that passage of play between 7 to 15, he is the master. He exactly knows how to set the field, the way to rotate the seamers. And that's one of the reasons. That is one of the reasons why he is the best captain in the world. He's got the Yellow Army following all over. And they will, I think, tonight reach the 10th final at Ahmedabad.
Well, let's see if that is the case. Monty Panesar with his prediction, which I think is fairly simple. They will reach their 10th final. There's a bit of a conflab going on between various players at the moment. I'm not entirely sure why players stopped. As far as I know, no one has actually called the timeout that is still available. Oh, I think maybe a camera's got stuck. Maybe that's why.
I think it's 100 to 1, isn't it? If Gujarat Titans wins from here?
I'll look on 888.com and find out what they're saying. Good call, Monty. 888 Sport are saying that. Oh, I don't think they're even giving odds. I don't think they're even giving odds. Oh, here we go. No. Oh, yeah. No. You can still only get 11 to 1, apparently.
Well, they need to get better odds than that. 888.
And you can't bet on the Chennai Super Kings. So there we are. We're still having a continued lengthy delay. Everyone's wandering around talking to the umpires, wondering what's going on. There is obviously something that has broken down or not working fully. We'll try and find out for you what is the issue.
Yeah. Well, it's been just brilliant, hasn't it? Absolutely brilliant. The wicket of Sahab, Hardik Pandya changed the context of this match, and they were always involved, always in the game. The smart captaincy, smart bowling, and this is how to squeeze pressure with the spinners. And then Shubham Gill, that was the turning point of the match.
Indeed. No, it's been superb. the pressure has been kept on from the word go. Still, we have no cricket, and the umpires are still trying to talk to whoever they are trying to talk to try and sort whatever the problem is out. Well, Monty, while we have this lengthy gap, oh no, the moment I say while we have this lengthy gap, everyone goes back and starts playing again, which I will make sure I do again should that happen again. Why didn't they take the time out then, one wonders? That would have been handy.
Yeah, it's interesting. Why didn't they? But obviously something delayed the game, and with the required run rate at 14 is probably a timely delay for the Gujarat Titans. And I think the umpires and everyone's sort of working out what was the delay, and we're not really sure. But it's brilliant, isn't it, to watch MS Dhoni captain his team. It's been unbelievable. You know, is there another captain in world cricket or in another sport that gives you a reminder the impact that MS Dhoni has as a leader?
Be interested to see how Ben Stokes gets on, but not yet. He doesn't have the experience. MS Dhoni, I was looking at his figures. They are absurd. He played 90 tests, 98 ODI internationals. We'll just wait for this delivery from the slinger. And that is Yorker length, right on middle stump. And Mathisa Patharana has immediately found his length in line. The bit that surprised me most, he's played 350 one-day internationals. That's essentially a year of your life, Monty, playing one-day internationals.
Yeah, and there'll be plenty of six-sitting in that as well. So that is unbelievable, the amount of cricket they play and how good they are.
Yeah.
The impact of Indian cricket on the world is huge.
And that's again, it's really well played this by Rashid Khan, who literally dug the ball out for two, out onto the leg side of another excellent Yorker length delivery from Patharana. But Rashid just clumped the bat down, dug it out and flicked it away for a really well played two.
Yeah, I think he's trying to impress Dhoni, isn't he, with the helicopter shot? with Dhoni giving him the best view behind the stumps.
Well, poor old MS Dhoni, the only thing that's gone wrong for him today is when he batted. And that again is Yorker length on or around middle stump. And he is bowling after the first over, which was, to be frank, all over the shop. He got away with it. He only went for 10 despite 4 wides. But this over, he is right on the money, and that is 3 deliveries on the spin that just haven't been hittable. Rashid Khan did well to get 2 out of 1 of them, but he's bowled 3 balls. There have been 3 runs, and they've done well to get the 3.